Hi, Jane. How are you? Hope things are going well for you.
I'm good, thank you. How about you? How was your honeymoon? I hope you had a great time. There's actually something I really wanted to talk to you about. I've been meaning to tell you for a while. I don't think Carl has been very good in educating you over this, so I'll do it myself. You really need to talk to my mom more often. She really wants to know how you are, and you don't talk to her nearly enough. When are you going to go over to her house and speak to her? I think you should do it soon. Mom has told me that you don't even call her. I really think you should do that more frequently. I can forgive you, but if this keeps going on, then I might start to get a bit annoyed by it. What about going over to visit her soon? Do you think you'd be able to do that? It'll be the first time that you've been to visit her since you got married. I think that would be a nice thing to do. You can also help me make some food for her. I don't know if you can cook, but I can teach you if you can't. It's your duty to help to look after her, so I really don't want you trying to avoid it.
I didn't contact her because I didn't have time. I had to go straight back to work after the honeymoon. I don't really have time to go over and see your mom. It's just not convenient for me these days. I didn't even know I had to go over and visit your mom. I thought she was okay without me. What about if I just call her a few times? Would that be okay? It's a little bit too far for me to drive all the way over to your mom's house. I'm sorry if this is going to disappoint you, but there's really nothing I can do. I'm a busy woman and I've got a lot on my plate. I'm always busy with work and things like that.
I think you need to realize that what you're doing is wrong. You need to think about other people more often. You have to speak with my mom on a more regular basis. You also need to go and visit her from time to time. This isn't a choice. This is just what you have to do. They let you marry their son, and that means you have to do what they say. I'm going to be at my mom's house sometime soon, and it would be nice if you came over to help. You could do the dishes. If you don't start to help, then people are going to really dislike you. I think you need to change your attitude, and the sooner the better. I think you know what you should do. There's no point in trying to deny it. I've got to go now. We can speak about this again another time.
Oh dear, what should I do about this? I didn't agree to this kind of thing before I got married. Why does she want me to do this? Why should I do the dishes for her mom? That's not my job. Can't she do it herself? I'm not a stay-at-home housewife. I'm a working woman and I've got things to do. I don't know if I'm going to be able to accept this. I'm really not happy about it. As far as I'm concerned, they're far too conservative for me. Don't they understand modern life? I really had no idea I was getting myself into all this. It really doesn't look good. What was that all about? Who are you on the phone to? I was just talking to your sister, Jane. She wanted to talk to me about how I don't talk to your mom enough. She was annoyed that I haven't phoned your mom, and I haven't visited her either. She wants me to go over there and see her this weekend. Do I really have to do that? I don't think I've got enough time on my hands to go and see your mom. Really? Is that what she wants you to do? I didn't realize she was going to put pressure on you like this. I know you work so hard. You don't need to remind me about that. Try not to get angry over this kind of thing. It's not going to make it any better for anyone. They might be a little bit old-fashioned in their thinking. I can see that. If we ignore them, then they might start to accept the people we are. Especially Jane. You don't have to listen to her opinion. I don't even listen to her myself. My mom is old and she doesn't understand modern women or modern relationships. She thinks a woman's place is in the kitchen cooking food, but we all know that isn't true. I'm happy to hear that you're going to be on my side in this issue. I really can't stand Jane at times. She doesn't seem to respect me at all. She just thinks she can tell me what to do with my life. I don't like it. I'm not going to do those things for your mom. I'm not going to ignore her, but I have other, more important things to do. I'll tell my mom about this. I should be able to change her mind to be on our side. She loves me a lot, more than she loves Jane. I was always the favorite child when we were growing up. You've got nothing to worry about. I'll sort this all out. It's going to be fine.
I really hope what you're saying is true. This is all a bit much for me. It's going to stress me out. I want your mom to see things the way we do. I don't want an adversarial relationship with her.
I'm sure she's going to like you. Don't let it get to you. I'll be able to change her mind. She loves me and trusts my decisions. She knows I picked the right girl to be my wife.
I think they want me to cook for them. You know I can't do that very well at all. You're going to have to let them know that I'm no good at cooking. I don't think they want me to work either. I think they wanted you to marry some kind of housewife. I'm not going to do that. I'm not in this world to serve on a man. You know that as good as I do. Jane thinks I'm going to wash the dishes. There's really no chance of me doing that. Why should I? If you use them, then you should clean them up. Why would I do it for someone else? I'm not going to be a housemaid for your mom, so don't let the idea get in her head.
I'm totally behind you on this. I'm with you all the way. I will protect you from anything that comes our way. I won't let my mom boss you around.
Thanks, honey. Thanks for being there for me. I've got so much to do. I don't really know where to start. What do I need to plan now? I've got some free time, so it's best to use it to prepare for future classes. Where do I begin? Oh my lord, I've got so much to think about. Who is calling me now? What could they want? What an inconvenient time to talk. Oh, it's Linda. I hope she's not going to nag at me again. Doesn't she know that I'm busy at this time of day? Anyway, I'd best pick it up and answer her. Hello, Linda. Are you okay?
Hello there, Laura. I'm so happy I got through to you. I really wanted to talk to you.
I've got a few moments right now, but I'll need to go soon. You'll have to make it quick.
I'll take as long as I want. You're not going to hurry your mother-in-law. If I have something to say, then you're going to listen. Why did you not contact me? Why haven't you been calling me to let me know how things are going?
What do you mean? I called you before we went on the honeymoon, and I haven't had a chance since then. We only got back 3 days ago, and I had to go straight back to work. I had so much to deal with, I didn't call you.
I don't care if you had things to do. You should have found the time to talk to me, too. There's really no excuse for this. It's just expected that you should call me at least once a day to let me know how things are going. I'm telling you now, so you're in no doubt about this and you don't make this mistake again. Why haven't you been calling me? What is wrong with you?
I've been busy with work. I'm really sorry about it, but I have to go to work as well. I just didn't have the time. I'm a very busy woman with a lot of things to manage and think about. I don't have time for this. I'm very happy to talk to you, but the time has to be right. If I'm occupied with other things, then there's nothing I can do. I'm not trying to ignore you or anything like that, but at the same time, you don't come first in my life. I'm even too busy to take calls from my own parents. I've really got so much to do with my time.
How could you be so rude to your mother-in-law? What has got into you? I really don't understand. Just because you've married a younger man doesn't mean you can boss us all around and tell us what to do. Where did you get this attitude from, and what makes you think this is acceptable? I can't even believe that he married a woman who's older than he is. What a shame. When I was young, this was something to be really embarrassed about. I can't believe it happened to my son. I hope you're not telling him what to do. I hope you don't have control over him. I'm a bit worried about that. I don't want you getting between me and my son. I can't allow that to happen. Jane finds the time to talk to me, so I'd be much happier if you were to do the same too.
Carl may be younger than me, but that doesn't affect our relationship. We are still equals in all of this. I don't have time to call you. It's not that I don't respect you. It's just that I've got other things to do. I'm really busy because I have to work really hard and I want to make the most of my career. I really don't have the time to call you on a daily basis. That's just too much. We need to be more realistic.
Have you finished here? Have you said all that you want to say? Or do you want to try and defend me even more? You can call me in the morning after you've made breakfast for Carl. It can be part of your morning routine. I don't think that's too hard a rule for you to follow, is it? You do make breakfast, don't you? I presume that you get up a little bit early to do that. No, I don't actually make the breakfast. He just gets his own. We don't normally eat that much in the morning. Just a bit of toast or something like that. It's more than enough for us. What? What did you say? Toast? You don't even make my son his breakfast? What am I hearing? You need to get up and cook a proper cooked breakfast for him so that he's ready for a day at work. Toast? That's not enough. That's no way to start the day. I'm really not impressed by this. Have you lost your mind? Are you trying to get away with this? I'm not going to accept it. Do you really need to get so angry and emotional over this? Is it really that much of a problem for you? Anyway, I don't have time to talk to you about this right now. I've got to go now. I've got things to do. Now is really not the best time for us to have this debate. It will have to continue at a later point. Goodbye for now. I'll see you again sometime in the near future. Oh dear. What is wrong with her? That was really unexpected. She wants me to cook every morning now? And then she wants me to phone her. There's no chance of that happening.
Hi, Mom. How are you? Fine?
I am not fine. I don't know what's going on with Laura, but I'm really not happy about it. I tried to teach her, but it seems there's really no getting through to her over this. I'm not having any luck today. Why am I cursed with such a daughter-in-law? What did I do to deserve this?
What's the problem? Did she say something to you? Tell me. I really want to know.
I just got off the phone to her, and it really didn't go well. I want her to call me on a daily basis to let me know how my son is, but she says she doesn't want to. Can you believe she would refuse my request? What's she thinking? She talks back to me, too. She's really rude and doesn't respect me. I just have no words to describe this right now. I'm livid. What am I going to do? She isn't cooking breakfast. She makes Carly toast in the morning. Outrageous. He's not going to have any energy for a hard day at work if he doesn't eat properly in the morning.
Oh dear. That doesn't sound good. I thought she knew what to do by now. I spoke to her and told her she needed to be a better wife, but it seems she didn't get the message. Sorry about that. I think it might be Carl's fault. He's young and he doesn't know how a woman should behave around her husband. We need to work on him. I feel I'm a bit to blame here, so I'll do my best to try and get her to change her ways and improve.
I really don't know. I can't understand why she doesn't see things the way I see them. What's wrong with that woman? She really needs some education on how to be a good wife. When I found out that she was going to marry Carl, I was happy. She was a nice girl from a good family. She went to a good college, too. I thought she was going to be the perfect wife. Just what I want for Carl. Instead, she turns out to be more and more useless each day. She doesn't do anything I want her to do. You really need to talk to her, otherwise I'm going to lose my cool and fly into a rage. My son is suffering because of her, and I'm not going to stay quiet about it forever. This is really getting me down, and it needs to be solved as soon as possible.
I will really try a lot harder from now on to get her to change. I think you're right on this one.
If you don't get her to change, then I might take my anger out on you, so you need to think about that too.
Okay, please don't get angry, Mom. That's not going to make any of this better.
Hi guys, we're here. I hope we're not too late. It was such a big journey for us. Hi! I have been really waiting for you to get here. I'm so glad you finally arrived. Oh, what's this? What are those clothes you're wearing, Laura? Do you think this is good enough? I didn't think this was going to be a problem. I was expecting you to wear something nice for the family meeting, and you come here dressed like this. I would have thought you could put on something nice when you're meeting us all. It would really make you look a bit nicer. At your age, I would have thought you'd know this kind of thing and wouldn't need reminding by me. What is your problem? There's really nothing wrong with the way she's dressed. It's fine. Why are you causing trouble as soon as we walk in? Is there any need for that? We've had a long journey to get here, and the last thing we need is for you to start moaning about how Laura is dressed. These are really nice clothes. They aren't sexy or anything like that. Sexy? You mean she wears sexy clothes? I didn't even know that. Why would you let her dress that way? I didn't realize she was the type to go out wearing revealing clothes. I'm really not happy about this. Things are just going from bad to worse here. It's a good job she didn't show up dressed like that. This is really bad. She doesn't make breakfast and she doesn't know how to dress. What else is she doing wrong? You should have told me about all this a long time ago and I would have given you my advice. I really don't know what your problem is. I'm dressed well for the occasion. Anyway, I don't want to talk about it anymore. Get in the kitchen and start helping out with the food. You're already late, so you need to put in an extra effort to help us. Why do you have to be so mean to Laura when she's only just got here? Is there any need for this? Stop arguing with me and do what I tell you to do. I don't want to start fighting with you, too. Go and help the others with the food preparation. That might be a good way for you to make up for what you've already done wrong.
It seems you still have a few things to learn, Laura. You should copy the way I dress if you want some good fashion ideas. You really need to make an effort to look nice when you're coming here to meet my mom. She likes people dressed properly.
Do I really have to? Isn't this good enough for you people? I thought it was fine.
You really don't have a clue, do you? You don't have to disagree with everything everyone says. Just dress nice and be polite to my mom in the future. That way you'll have an easier time here. I don't like it when people pick fights for no reason. Just do as you're told and nothing bad will happen to you. You've caused enough trouble here today, so don't try to cause any more. My mom is quite strict when it comes to her personality, and you need to take note of that. You've made Mom a bit sad, and I don't want this to continue. We all need to make an effort to get along better. My best advice is that you really need to think more about how others are going to think of you. A lot of young people don't care, and that's really a mistake. You don't want to be judged negatively. When you're in this house, you need to follow our rules, and there really isn't any compromising on that. I don't want to end up tired because I've had to correct you all day.
You're being far too mean to me. I didn't even do anything wrong, so I don't know why you're talking to me like this. We had a long way to get here, so I wanted to wear something comfortable for the journey. Who cares if it's not the nicest thing in my wardrobe? I should be able to relax when meeting family. There's no need to dress like you're going to the ball. It's just a nice, relaxed family event. Or so I thought. Did you ever stop to think about my feelings and how I feel with your mom being like this all the time? She's really giving me a headache. I just want her to stop. I never expected this kind of thing to happen. It's all really crazy to me.
Carl is young, so he might not tell you what you need to hear. He might act a bit submissive to you. We're a traditional family, and we dress formally at family events. Don't worry about it too much. Just accept that you were wrong and try to make an improvement in the future. If you change for the better, then we can all forget about this as if it never happened at all. I know you can do it. Don't worry. We all make mistakes. We just have to learn from them and move forward. You need to do your very best to find ways to agree with my mom and not fight with her if possible.
I'll try, but I don't know if it's going to happen. I don't think it's me that's causing the problems. I think it's her. I really didn't expect all this today, and it's really taken me by surprise. How would I know that she was so old-fashioned in her thinking? It's not something I could have predicted. In my opinion, she's just being cruel to me. I think she enjoys doing it. I think she needs to make a bigger effort to be nice to people and try not to complain about everything. I should be able to relax around family, not have to keep my guard up.
You're not going to get anywhere with this kind of attitude.
You just need to follow the rules and you'll be fine. You're a new member to the family, so you can go around changing things. My mom is rich, so naturally she has the power in this household. One day in the future, she's going to pass on her wealth to us, and we're going to be rich too. Just do your best to be nice to her now. Otherwise, you're going to regret it. I don't really care about the money. I just want to have a happy life and enjoy myself. I don't want to spend my time worrying about impressing your mom. That's not healthy. Can't you see this from our point of view? Can't you understand this from our perspective? You hurt us. You've come in here and upset the atmosphere. This can't happen again, otherwise things will get worse. The sooner you start trying to compromise, the better. You're going to be happier too. Trust me. I will tell Carl about this and he can remind you in future. I think he needs to make an effort to educate you as well. You can't just do as you please. There are rules and they need to be followed. Why is she doing this? She just won't let it drop, will she? I think they all have it in for me. I didn't do anything wrong. Is it really such a crime to dress like this when you go to meet family? I really don't think so. What has gotten into these people? How could they treat me like this? I thought the mom was bad, but now they're all doing it to me. I can't take it. Carl, what time are we going to leave? You know we need to go and see my parents too, and it's a long way. Okay, you're right. Sorry, it just slipped my mind. We might need to go now. We don't want to leave it too late. In fact, yes, that's a good idea. Let's get going. I don't want to be too tired. What are you talking about? You're going to leave? This early? I thought you were going to stay here with us.
Carl, are you really being serious about this? You're just going to up and leave and not stay with us.
Sorry about this, but we need to go and visit my parents too. We wanted to stay here, but it just isn't possible. Don't worry, we'll come back another time and meet you all again. We just have to cut it short this time. It's not that I'm not happy here. I'm really happy. We just need to see other people as well. My parents really miss me and they really wanted me to stop over and visit them too. If we don't go now, then it's going to be too late and we'll all be really tired. Is this your excuse? I can tell that you don't want to be here. You never wanted to be here in the first place. It's clear to me that you don't respect me and you don't respect my family. It's obvious, and you know it too. You really need to educate yourself in manners so that we don't have these disagreements again. I've been so nice to you, and this is how you treat me. You don't want to spend time with me. I never imagined that you'd be like this. I thought you'd be much more considerate and kind to me.
I've tried my best to be nice to you, but it seems there's just no getting through.
I think we need to talk about this. Just before you go, we need to have a little chat. Can't we just leave? I don't think there's anything more for us to say. Is this really so upsetting for you? Can't you just let us go? We'll come back and see you again another time. No, Carl. Let's go and talk about this. I think we need to get it out of the way while we can. No point in delaying this.
How can you just up and leave like this? Have you even thought about what you're doing? You know, Mom. You know she's going to be really upset by this. She doesn't want you to suddenly leave like this. This is a family gathering, and you should stay here until Mom wants you to leave. That's the only way to do this. I don't know how you could think this would be a good idea. Do you really have no common sense? Do you really not know how to treat an old lady like my mother? She deserves better than this. I want you to learn how to be a courteous lady in time for our next get-together. If you don't, then who knows what will happen. You married into our family, and that means you have to live by our rules. There's no way around it. In future, I don't want you to answer back when you're spoken to. You need to be calmer when you deal with people. You should have known better and prepared better for this. I won't forgive you if it happens again. It's really insulting for Mom, and it's insulting for me, too. We've been having this conversation back and forth for a while now, and I still don't know what I've done wrong. I came wearing casual clothes, and now we need to leave. I can't see the problem.
I think you're being really unfair on me and just trying to cause a problem when there isn't one. I don't think I need to change. I think you're the ones that need to change. I'm not going to do everything your mom wants me to do. I'm allowed to make my own decisions. How could you not agree with me? How can you be so submissive to your own mom? What's wrong with you?
I'm not being submissive. I'm just doing what any good person would do. I don't like conflict, so I behave well. You need to learn from me and do more in the future. You need to behave better. It can start by being nicer to your husband and being nicer to my mom. If she wants you to do something, then do it. It's not a choice. I think you've been really disrespectful to her today, and I don't want it to happen again. You should have told us in advance that you were going to leave early. There's no reason not to consult us. This was all too much for my mom, and you should have seen it on her face. She really wasn't happy about it all.
You need to change your ways as soon as possible if you're going to fit in around here. Did you see how angry my mom was just then? And it was all because of you. I don't want you causing so many problems that it starts to impact me too. That's just not allowed. I've seen this kind of thing on TV so many times, but I never thought it was going to happen to me in my own life. I knew that families often had arguments, but I didn't realize it was going to be this bad. I always thought it would be terrible to argue with people all the time. And now here I am, doing it for myself. I really wish you guys would help me out here and be nice to me instead of being like this. It's really depressing that we can't all get along like we're all on the same team. I think you need to stand up to your mom a little bit and not let her control your life. You can't just let her order you around like that. You're allowed to make your own choices in life. I don't know why you don't agree with me on this. I think it's a no-brainer. Wouldn't it be nicer if you guys started to change a little bit instead of expecting me to change?
We have to do what Mom tells us to do, otherwise she's going to get angry about things. There really is no other way of doing it.
We have to be nice to her, otherwise we might not get any money from her in the future. I'm thinking long-term about this, and I'm doing what's best for us all. If we all work together, then what's your mom going to do? She'd have to accept us. She can't control us all if we stand up to her. I cannot stand this any longer. It's really driving me nuts, and I don't see how you guys aren't the same. I'd rather be happy than get some money from your mom, especially if I have to put up with this for much longer. Isn't this whole thing a bit too hard on you, too? Don't you want to get away from all this?
I'm fine just how I am. I don't really have a problem with it all. It's just what we need to do to get what we want in the long term. I'm worried that if I'm not nice to her, then I won't get anything in the future, and that would be so bad for me. I'll do anything to make her happy, and I think you should do the same.
I agree with Jane. We need to think about the long term. It might be a bit annoying now, but it will be worth it when we get the money. We just need to do what she wants us to do and try our best not to make her angry. Is it really that hard? At first, you might take a while to get used to it, but I know you'll get there in the end. Please don't come here and cause any problems. Things were going really well, and we don't need you changing that. How long are you guys going to keep this going for? It really can't be healthy for you. I can't live like this, and I've got no intention of trying to. For me, this has to change, otherwise I'm leaving this place. If it means divorce, then so be it. You guys do what you want, but I'm not going to be a part of it. I have nothing to say about this, and I'm not going to change my mind.
Don't get so emotional about it. Think about what you're doing for a moment.
Let's go. It's time for us to leave. Sorry about this, but I don't want to be here anymore. See you next time. It won't be long, I'm sure of that. You're going to leave? This early? I thought you were going to stay for longer than this. Why do you need to leave now? Do you really not enjoy being around me? I had no idea you felt this way.
You don't need to take it so personally, Mom. She does enjoy your company. She just has to go now.
It's my choice, and I want to leave here to go and see my parents. They need to see me, too. If you like me, then you'd respect my decision with no questions asked. I really don't see what the problem is. I can spend time with you again in the future. There will be plenty of time ahead. I have my mom and dad, and they want to see me as well. You're not the only person in my life. I just feel like there is some other reason to this. I don't think that you're being honest. Stay here with me and let's carry on having a nice time. It's really too soon for you to be going. I don't like it when people leave me. It makes me feel all sad and alone. I want to be surrounded by others. We are all family here, and we need to be there for each other and help each other. Carl is my boy, and I don't want you taking him away from me. I want him to stay here with me. I'd be much happier if you did what I told you to do. Why do you have to disagree with me like this? I don't want you wrecking our family by pulling him away from his mom. Have you ever thought about my mom and dad? They want to see me as well. They need me just as much as you do, so I'd appreciate it if you were to let me go. I want to be fair to them as well. If I don't go and visit them, then they're going to be sad and lonely. I don't want to upset them. You're not my mother. I do care about you, but my parents obviously come first. There will be another time for us, so you don't need to worry about not seeing me again. I don't care about your parents. I don't want you to leave me here like this. It's their fault. If they wanted company, then they should have had more children. Mom, please don't be like this. I don't want the two of you to argue all the time. They didn't do anything wrong in only having one child. Don't say anything so silly. Laura's parents care about her and they want her to go and visit them. We have to go now, and there's no need for you to turn the whole thing into a drama. I just feel like she's trying to cause trouble. She's trying to come between you and me. I'm not going to accept this. Do you really have to be so unpleasant about this whole thing? I think you need to see this from my point of view. I can't just do what you want me to. I have nothing more to say about this now. As far as I'm concerned, this is the end of the discussion with nothing more to say. If I have to divorce Carl to get away from you, then that is going to happen. It might be harsh, but I can't take this anymore. You're going to do what? Are you really being serious here? How could you do that to me? Don't you even love me? Why would this make you want to get a divorce? I know it's bad, but it's not that bad. I knew she wasn't a nice girl. You should never have married her. You've not been married for long, and already she wants to get a divorce. What a stupid woman. Is this it then? Are you going to walk away over this? One little problem and you demand a divorce.
I think we're all going a bit too far right now. We need to think a bit more calmly about what we're doing and what it will lead to.
I've really had enough of all this and I can't take any more. I'm not going to do whatever you want me to do. I have my own life to live and I'll decide what happens. If I have to divorce to get away from you, then that's what I'm going to do. There is no other option. Then go. Get out of here and don't come back. If you're not going to respect me, then I don't want you around. I'm not going to change. I have not asked you to do anything unreasonable. You are too old to be married to my son, and the sooner you go, the better. I didn't want you to marry him in the first place. I knew it was a bad idea for him to marry an older woman. I'm really happy that you're going to be getting a divorce. It suits me just fine. Mom, stop it. How can you be like this? How can you want this to happen? You're supposed to support us even if things are not that good for us right now. We can get through this. Are you really trying to ruin our marriage? Why would you do such a thing? I don't want this rude woman to be here any longer, and I wish you could see it that way too. I don't want her to leave. I love her and I want to be with her forever. You need to be more supportive of us. You're not being nice to us right now. You need to treat her better than this. She doesn't deserve this. I want you to respect us more than you are doing. It's not us causing the problems. Why do you have to be so unpleasant? I really don't know. We are not going to sacrifice our marriage just because you're not happy about it. Be nice to her, otherwise there's going to be problems for all of us. Respect her like you would respect your own children. Isn't that the best way to go? You don't need to be like this all the time. You need to be nicer to those around you. Laura loves her mother, so wants to go and see her. She needs to think about her own mother, not just you. She's a really good person, and you need to see it this way. Leave us alone and let us get on with our life. We're going to stay together, no matter what. You're really causing us a lot of strain with your selfish attitude. If we can't find a solution to all this now, then I'm going to solve it myself. That would mean leaving you. I'd be walking out the door with Laura and I wouldn't be coming back. I will cut all ties with you and you won't see me ever again. This is getting serious, so you need to think about it. You're going to do what? You're going to walk out and never come back? Outrageous. I've clearly not raised you to be the kind of boy I wanted you to be. You were always my favorite child, but look at how you're talking to me now. I supported you through good and bad, and this is how you're going to repay me? What a disgrace. You should treat your own mother better than this. You cost me a lot of time and money when you were growing up, and you need to be nice to me now. I just feel like you don't even consider me when you're making life choices, and that's not right. All of my time was wasted. You didn't grow up to be the kind of son that cares for his mother. I'm really not happy about this, and I don't know how I'm going to get over it. I have accepted this for so long, but I can't accept it anymore. How did it all come to this? I thought we were getting along so well, and now we're fighting like this. Mom, I am so thankful for all that you did for me as a child, but that doesn't mean you can control me now. This is just too much. You're overstepping the boundary, and it's not the right thing to do. I just feel that you hate my wife, and that's not how things should be. We just want to leave and go and see her parents, and it's turned into a big fight. You need to accept your wrong and change your attitude. If you can't do that, then I'm leaving, and you won't be seeing me again. This is so hard for me to do, but you've left me with no other option. I don't want to do this, but what else can I do? It has to end right here and now. I can't go another day like this. I raised you badly. I blame myself for this. You're supposed to put me first, and you just don't want to do it. How can you cut me out of your life just because your wife wants you to? Am I not more important? This is really going to hurt me. How am I going to recover? You don't need me, so don't get too worried. There are other people here who can help you if I leave. Jane will do whatever you want her to do. I know she's good like that. I'm not going to be so submissive to you. I'm going to do what's best for me, and I'm not going to settle for anything else. Maybe I'm not good for you. I'm not going to bow down and do whatever you want me to. I'm sorry that it had to end up this way, but you've given me no other options. I wanted a solution that we could both be happy with, but it seems we're not going to find one. You need to think about this. Think about what you want to happen and make your mind up. If that's the only option, then you need to leave. I've tried to find common ground with you, but you won't budge. I'm not going to let you treat me this way and get away with it. Make your own choice. I can get Jane to help me if you leave. Please don't think that I'm going to be sad that you're gone. I don't need you.
Me? You want me to do it all? Why do I have to do it all? We're supposed to be in this together.
Who else is going to help me if he walks out and never comes back? I can't live on my own. If you leave, then I have other people to step in and replace you. You're not needed around here. I really don't have a problem with it if you want to abandon your own mother. Have it your way.
It's not fair. I don't want to do it. I don't want to be your servant. We need to all do our fair share. If Carl is leaving, then I'm going to. I don't want to be a part of this family anymore. I want out. I'm sorry, Mom, but you've really pushed too far this time. You need to back off a little and think about this.
Sarah, what are you saying? You can't make such an impulsive decision. Let's just be calm for a little while.
I don't care if Mom is rich. I don't care if she's going to pass on some money to me. It just isn't worth this. I can't take it anymore. I have broken and I want a way out. I can't live being controlled and forced to live in a way that I don't want to live. The stress is too much and it's just not worth it. There has to be more to life than this. I want my own space and I want to make my own decisions. I want to be free to live how I want to live. The pain is getting too much. My life is slipping away and I'm not doing what I want to do with it. It seems to me that you don't care about me. I'm just here to do the housework and nothing else. You never help me and you never support me. You just don't even care if I have my own life or not. This is going to be the end for me too. I'm not going to tolerate this any longer. Sarah, I think you've got it right. I think you've said things that have needed to be said. I've been shying away from it for a long time, but I want to speak my mind now too. I'm walking out too. It seems we're all going. The family is going to fall apart. I don't want to live like a poor person. I don't want to stay in this house and not follow my dreams. I'm going to leave, and I won't be looking back. Mom, you're going to be left here on your own. You treat us so badly and never praise us. It's a life not worth living, and I have to escape it. I can't see it tomorrow if I keep on this track. It's time for a change, and I'm glad you've given me the courage to act. It has to end today. It cannot go on any longer. There is no way I'm going to do that. It might hurt you, but I have to put myself first. You only think about yourself, so why shouldn't I do the same? I'll be gone. I'll be away from here, and I won't be looking back. I want out, and I hope you can accept this. I hope you can understand why I don't want to be here anymore. This family is not working for all of us. It needs to be more equal and more fair. You need to change to be more accommodating.
Why have you all suddenly gone like this? You're like a mob! What did I do to deserve this treatment? I always treated you with respect and fairness. Can we try to find some way out of this without destroying the family? Isn't there another way? This is really terrible, and it's getting too much for me to even look at. I can't bear it. None of this makes me feel happy. I really don't like to see people arguing with each other. I'm sorry if I've done something wrong. Maybe I should have spoken out sooner and tried to mediate between you all. I don't think it's wise if we all just walk away and never come back. We need to try and find a way through this all. Life isn't easy and relationships are always give and take. This is something we need to remember now. Think about it. You all know it's true. Don't let your emotions get the better of you.
It's not easy for me to do this, but I've been given no other option. I can't see another way. I want to be free in life. I don't want all these constraints hanging over me.
But does it really have to be this way? Does it really have to end in such unhappiness? I agree with what you're saying, but that doesn't mean I support your decision. This is going to cause even more problems in the future, and it might not be the best thing for you to do. I thought you wanted to receive some money from your mum. What's going to happen to that now? Are you going to get out there and earn it for yourself? It's going to be a difficult task. I don't want things to end like this. It's just too terrible for me to even think about. I don't want it to end like this, but what else can we all do? We've been pushed into a corner with no other way out. I'm getting old and I really don't want to deal with all these problems anymore. You can't spend your life doing what your mom tells you to do. At some point, you need to push back. This is a bad thing for all of us, and maybe we're all a little bit to blame for it. However, the facts remain the same. We can't get along and there is no sign of a compromise. The times are changing and we need to accept that. I hope it isn't too late for us all, but I'm not sure. Linda, if only you could change your mind over some things. If only you could compromise with people, things might be okay. You might not feel the same as the younger members of the family, but you need to try to understand. It's not fair on the women here for you to be telling them what to do all the time. If you don't want to live the way I want, then you can leave and never come back. I've been fair to you all. I only asked for what you should naturally do for your mom. Now you're all threatening to leave me and cut ties with me. Is this the right way to treat your mom? It's not a threat. We don't want this to happen, but there's no other way. Please think about what you've done and accept that you've done something wrong yourself. If you can't do that, then we're all going to leave you and you're going to be a very lonely woman. Is it time for us to leave? Is this it? Is there no coming back from this?
Are you serious, Maddie? You're ready to call it a day and leave with me?
I'll go if you want me to. I'm not going to hold you back and make you live a life you don't want to live. I want what's best for you, and even though I'd like us all to agree, it might not be possible. I've tried my best, but I couldn't help the situation. I think it's Linda that needs to change, and there's no sign of that. Maybe we should just get out of here and never look back. I want to leave too. I'm ready to hit the highway and start a new life.
I will get my stuff and then we can leave. It won't take me too long. Let's all go together. We need to show Mom that we're serious about this. Maybe it will give her something to think about.
It's time for us to escape this awful house and move on to something better. Let's go right now and not hesitate. I don't want your mom trying to convince us otherwise. This is it. You're just going to abandon me here like this. I won't be forgiving you. You're going to leave your mother all alone with no one to help her. It's a disgrace. I'm sorry, Mom. We really tried, but there was no getting through to you. Have a think about it. We can talk about this again later after you've had some time to think. What kind of children do this? What went wrong with you? How could you leave me alone like this? You're putting yourself above me, and that's not the right thing to do. I should come first, and the sooner you realize that, the better. I want you back here as soon as you've grown up a little bit. That really wasn't easy, but I know it was the right thing to do. I'm too tired of her and all that she does. She really doesn't know when to stop. I'm feeling better already, and I know things are only going to get better from now on. What about you guys? How are you? How do you feel about all this?
I think we've done what's right. I might regret this, but right now I'm feeling positive about it. You saved me there. I don't know what would have happened if you hadn't started that. I think we've lost her for the time being. She's not going to be bothering me anytime soon. If we wait for a while, then she might change her mind and think twice about it all. For the time being, I just need a rest from all this and some time to think for myself. I know it's her fault, but it still had an impact on me. I can still feel my heart beating faster than normal. It was really a bit tense back there. I didn't realize that such an argument was going to be so stressful. At least we're out of there now, and we don't need to face her for a while.
You did well. You were really brave. You did what you should have done a long time ago. I just lost it and started giving her a piece of my mind. It took a lot to get you to react, but you got there in the end. It's what you needed to do. Now let's have some time to cool off and reflect about what went on. We need to calm down a little.
You're not wrong about that. I do want some time to digest what went on. I don't think I'm going to regret it, though. It was a long time coming. I look back now and I realize I was way too submissive. I should have fought for myself. I didn't expect all that to happen, but I'm glad it did. I really feel a lot better now. I'm glad we got those things out in the open. It had been going over and over in my head, and I just couldn't hold it in anymore. You only live once. You can't spend a life being unhappy. It just doesn't work.
You don't have to obey rules like that. You're old enough to live your own life. I don't know how you put up with it for so long. I would have cracked a long time ago. At least we're there now. You can move forward with a new life.
I guess you're right. I'm sorry I tried to make you think otherwise. You've done me a favor. I guess I should follow my feelings a lot more now instead of trying to overthink it all. When the time comes to fight for yourself, you really need to fight. Stay calm and make your demands. Don't back down and don't give in. We're not the same generation as my mom, and it really shows. We're not going to live life like that. We need to be independent and go where we want to go. I hope we can be really good friends from now on. I hope we can support each other through all this. Again, sorry for not following your lead sooner. You really knew what you were talking about back there. I don't know what came over me. I don't know where it all came from, but I'm glad it's over now. I feel a bit embarrassed, to be honest. I could have dealt with it sooner and in a calmer manner.
Don't be sorry. I'm sorry I was rude to you. I think we all could have handled it better, but it's easy to say that looking back. I almost lost my mind back there, and it's really not like me. I'm usually calm and cool, but today I came out of my shell. I guess I did it at the right time. It's what we needed.
I was really shocked by it all. I've never known such a big argument. You really saved me, though, and I owe you for that. What would I do without you? I agree. The relationship we had with our mom really wasn't normal, and I've finally seen it. We can start to rebuild now and move forward. No looking back. I'm glad that we're all friends now, too. Something good is going to come from this. We need to keep in touch with each other from now on. Promise me that. Did you call me, Mom? I didn't expect this. I didn't think you were going to talk to me again. We had a big fight and now you want to talk to me again. I really can't believe it myself. If you're ready to admit that you were wrong about some things, then I'm here to listen to you.
I want to talk to you. I hope you can find the time to speak. Is it okay?
It's fine. Start talking. What do you want to say?
I really don't know what to say. It took me by surprise yesterday, and I didn't know how to react. Did I do something wrong? I really don't know. I'd be really happy if you could give me your point of view. I've been waiting for you to call me first, but you didn't.
I'm sorry about it all. I really am. I didn't want it to happen, but it did, and we can't undo it now. Times are going to be tough for you from now on. You've lost all those people around you. If only you'd find it in yourself to change your ways and think about others too. It really can't be that difficult a thing for you to do. I can do it, so why can't you? You were too hard with us and you wanted to control our lives. You wouldn't let us be free, and so this happened. It's all your fault. I want you to look at your behavior and think about what you did and how you can change. If you can do that, then maybe there is hope for us. Otherwise, there isn't.
Was I really that bad? Did I really hurt you that much? I didn't know I had been so cruel on you. I thought I was being nice to everyone in our family. I'm ready to listen to you now. I want to make up with you.
Do you think we can do that now? Are you just saying this because you're afraid of being alone? We are not the same as you. Our generation is different, and you need to accept this. We love you, and we want to care for you, but at the same time, you need to let us live our lives. You need to let us do what we want to do and not interrogate when we do.
I don't want to lose you like this. I want us to be a happy family again. Can we change? Can we start again and make things work? You're my precious daughter, and I don't want to lose you because I did something stupid. I'm really sorry about it all, and I'm really ready to change my ways.
I really want to believe you here. I really want to think that you're going to change.
I thought I was doing what was right, but I look back now and I realize I was doing too much. I thought I was nice, but I think I was trying to control you too much. It wasn't right of me to do that, and I need to learn to change. Think about what I'm saying. I'll talk to you again soon.
Okay, I will do. Let's talk again soon. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
I can't believe she's back in my life like this already. I thought I was never going to see her again, and here she is already. Let's just hope for better days in the future.
I'm here. How are you all? Going well? Hi, Laura. So nice of you to come and join us. I've been waiting for you.
You're here too. That's really nice. So nice to see you again.
We haven't seen each other in what seems like forever, and now here you are. I'm here. Sorry about being late. It took me a lot longer to get here than I thought it was going to take. The traffic was really bad, and I didn't anticipate it. What do you want me to do now I'm here? Is there anything you want me to help you with? I don't think we need you. I think we've got it all covered, so you can just relax. What about something to drink? Do you want something? If you do, just tell me and I can make it. That's nice. What about food? I'm a bit hungry.
We'll get you some now. Don't worry about that. It's coming, so don't worry. I bought some food for us all to eat. I know you're going to like it.
Mom's being really nice to us now. She even buys us all the foods we like to eat. I'm happy to see you as well. It's always nice when we get together as one big family. We work hard and we don't seem to get enough time to meet up. It's really nice for us to spend time like this. We need to cherish it while it lasts. You don't need to do any of the work here now. I'm capable of doing it myself. Why would I make you do that? I like making things for people anyway. Life is about give and take. You sit there and relax. I've got this all sorted. I don't need any assistance. I don't want you sweating blood or tears when you come over here. It's my house, so I'll look after the guests. If you want anything, then don't hesitate to ask. I'll get it for you as soon as I can. Nothing is too big or too small. Just let me know and I'll do what I can to help you.
Mom is always like this now. She likes to serve us food and drinks when we come over. We can put our feet up while she gets on with it. Don't worry, I'll do the same when you visit my house.
I don't want any stress for any of my guests. I want your minds to be at ease. I knew I needed to change. I've learned my lessons from the past. I want us to be together, and I'm willing to put in some effort to make sure it stays that way. I'm glad you've helped me see what I was doing wrong. I might never have learned. So what about the food? Is pizza good enough? Are you happy with that? If you want me to, then I can order some more, but I think this might be enough. It's the real good stuff. I've made it myself.
I'm really happy to have pizza. Whatever you think is best. I can eat anything, to be honest. Don't worry about ordering anything from outside. I don't think we'll need to do that.
If that's what you want to do, then we can do that. I don't mind either way. You can do the same some other time. This is my house, so I need to make sure you're happy. I don't want to be here on my own, so I really need to do my best. I would be so sad if you didn't come to see me. You all mean a lot to me.
I'm happy to hear this. It makes me feel a lot better. I care about you, too.
Life is too short to argue with people you care about. I can't let that happen. What would life be if you didn't have anyone to share it with? It wouldn't be worth living. I like this new situation between us all. It's much better than in the past. We don't need to argue. We just try to be nice to each other and get along as best we can. I know not to make too many demands of you. It's not right for me to do that. I won't be pestering you to hurry up or anything like that. If I'm hungry, then I know to go and get something for myself. I can't expect you guys to do it.
That's a better attitude to have. I can agree with that.
Wow, there's so much here. What a big feast. I didn't realize you were going to be feeding us so well. I hope you've got a big stomach. You're going to need one to eat all that food. I don't think I'm going to be able to get through it all myself. There's too much. Don't be silly. There's more if you want it. I can get back in the kitchen and cook something else if you need it. I might be getting old, but I've still got my cooking skills with me. I'm really loving this. It's really nice for us to sit down like this and have a nice meal together. Don't worry about the food. There's a lot here. More than enough for me. I knew you'd like this stuff, so I got it especially for you guys. I don't want you to be hungry. Eat as much as you want.
I think I might need to go on a diet after all this. I guess I can start that tomorrow, though. There's no need to worry about that now.
You don't need a diet. Just enjoy yourself and try to have some fun. You look after yourself well enough, so you don't need to worry about losing weight. There's really nothing wrong with you. You look really good. What about dessert? Have you got something planned for that? There's a big cake waiting for you in the kitchen. I can't wait for that. After we had the fight, she really changed her ways and tried her best to be nice to us. I go and visit her now, and I really enjoy myself when I'm there. I don't need to do anything, and she doesn't try to boss me around at all. The whole thing makes me feel a whole lot better about our life. It's good to have family who agree with you. Who knows what would have happened if we didn't find a way to overcome our differences? We might have never made up, and that would have been hard for all of us. I'm just happy that we're all talking and that things are going better than they were in the past. It's all smiles and jokes now. None of the stress or anger we had in the past. I can enjoy my time with them and not have to worry about it becoming an argument. Thank you for listening to my story. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.